Some actors are discovered, others are built. But Yeo Jin-goo was both, a rare mix of natural instinct and relentless discipline. He began his career at the age of 8, appearing in the 2005 film Sad Movie. He wasn't trained, he wasn't polished, yet there was something striking about the way he delivered emotion. Even at that age, he could express pain and sincerity in a way that felt almost too mature for a child. That debut changed everything. Overnight, Yeo Jin-goo became known as the nation's little brother. He went on to play younger versions of Korea's biggest stars in countless dramas, and audiences began to associate him with raw, believable emotion. But what makes his story stand out is that when the industry moved on to the next child star, Yeo Jin-goo didn't disappear. He transformed. As he grew older, he deliberately took on roles that challenged him. In Hwaye, a Monster Boy, he played a kidnapped boy raised by criminals. A performance so intense that critics began calling him one of Korea's most promising young actors. He no longer looked like a boy with potential. He looked like a man with purpose. Then came The Crowned Clown, a defining moment in his career. In that drama, he played both a powerless king and a commoner forced to impersonate him. The duality of his performance, the emotional control, and the maturity in his delivery solidified his position as one of the most respected actors of his generation. Viewers weren't watching a child star who had grown up. They were watching an artist who had evolved. And yet, despite his fame, Yeo Jin-goo remained grounded. He didn't chase trends or overexpose himself to the media. Instead, he pursued a degree in theater from Chungcheong University, studying his craft seriously while others relied on popularity alone. His co-stars often describe him as an old soul in a young body, quiet, focused, and always prepared. On set, he's known for memorizing not just his own lines, but those of his co-actors, showing respect to everyone from seniors to staff. In 2019, he reached new global recognition with Hotel del Luna, opposite IU. The show's success introduced him to audiences far beyond Korea, and suddenly, the boy who grew up on Korean TV was now a name international fans knew and admired. But even then, he never let fame change his pace. He chose his projects carefully, preferring meaningful work over mainstream appeal. And now, at 28, Yeo Jin-goo is preparing to take on another kind of role, one that will take him away from the cameras but closer to the heart of his country. On December 15, 2025, he will begin his military service as a KATUSA soldier, part of the Korean augmentation to the United States Army. KATUSA is not an ordinary post. It is one of the most competitive and respected positions within South Korea's military service, open only to those who pass rigorous English and aptitude tests. KATUSA soldiers train and live alongside U.S. Army soldiers, bridging communication and culture between the two forces. It's a post that requires focus, adaptability, and respect, qualities that Yeo Jin-goo has embodied throughout his life. His agency announced that the enlistment will take place privately, without cameras, media, or public gatherings, just Yeo Jin-goo quietly entering a new chapter, surrounded only by fellow soldiers and family. That quiet, dignified approach feels entirely in character. He has never needed grand gestures to prove his sincerity. For many Korean men, military service is a time of transformation, a pause from public life that often redefines perspective. For actors, it can be a moment of uncertainty. Will the audience still remember? Will the industry still wait? When he returns in mid-2027, he will re-enter a world that may have changed, but the strength of his craft will remain. Actors like Hyun Bin, Park Seo-joon, and Song Joong-ki have all spoken about how military service shaped their perspective. And Yeo Jin-goo, already wise beyond his years, will likely return with even more depth and emotional range. But for Yeo Jin-goo, there is little doubt. His audience is not built on noise, but on trust. Fans admire him not only for his talent, but for his consistency, his maturity, and the rare sense of calm he brings to an industry obsessed with speed. His story feels like a full circle. From the boy who once stood nervously in front of a camera to the man now walking confidently into uniform, every stage of his journey has been marked by discipline and quiet growth. There will be no red carpet on December 15th, no flashing lights, No farewell speeches. Just Yeo Jin-goo stepping forward with quiet determination into a chapter that shapes not fame, but character. And when he returns, it won't be a comeback. It will be a continuation of a story that was never about chasing success, but about becoming someone worthy of it. Yeo Jin-goo, serving as KATUSA from December 2025. The boy who grew up before our eyes now walks into a new role, one that asks for no applause, only respect. And when the day comes for him to stand before the camera again, we'll be there, ready to see the next version of the man he's become.